It's an old woman. Okay, do you see the young woman? And someone looks and goes, oh, I see the young woman. And so the picture has two women embedded in it. One is a young woman, one is an old woman. And it depends on your perspective and how you're going into that picture and seeing that picture and perceiving that picture will determine what you see. But the young woman was there all the time, even though you only saw the old woman. That's a form of subliminal programming. But that's different than sound. Sound is a frequency. So we put frequencies out to do things to people. This is a very powerful thing because no one has ever talked about it. I'm the first person to come out and talk about how this is being used, sound is being used by the elites as a weapon to make you subjective to their control, to make you submissive, to make you more docile, to make you do what they say like a clone.
What kind of sounds, what kind of hidden audio or subliminal audio is being used through our appliances, our stores, our phones?
If you look at sounds, it really falls into two categories of, I'll call it evil use or weaponization. The first one is commercial. You have a business, what can I do to increase sales? All right, well, let's see. I now know that the smell of cinnamon rolls will actually make me sexy. So, okay, good. So if I have some cinnamon rolls in my house, when I have a date come over for dinner, I have a chance of, getting lucky. Okay. I mean, we know this. Dr. Hirsch, right here in this town, was a famous expert on smell. So we do know that there's certain things you can do from a commercial standpoint to increase business and increase sales. All right, what's wrong with that? I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's anything wrong with that. Do what you do. Make people happy. Maybe you sell more stuff. That's fine. So that's one use of music, sound, images, smells. Okay. I'm not concerned about that. What I'm concerned about is the sounds that are being broadcast that you don't even know about, that's making you docile, that's making you become a slave, that's making you become submissive to authority without questioning. Think about the number of people that just say, oh, I was told this, I heard it on the news. Authority, it's got to be true. The government said this, it's got to be true. The policeman said this, I have to do it. There's this automatic submission without any type of discernment or any type of questioning. You don't question anymore, you just follow orders. That's the sounds we're talking about. And many of these sounds you can't hear. Now think about this. You have a dog. You probably never used a dog whistle, but you heard about a dog whistle. A dog whistle is something that you hold up and you blow really, really hard. And it sounds just like that, which means you hear nothing because you're a human being. Your ear doesn't perceive that frequency, but the dog hears it loud and clear and comes running. Your ear picked it up because it's a sound that's vibrating here. It affected your eardrum. It went into your brain, but your brain didn't, quote, hear it. You didn't perceive it, but it still affects your brain. So imagine having the power to get a cell phone, which you have, I have, and everybody has. Think about the power that you have to say, let's have this cell phone broadcast a frequency that nobody can hear. It's outside of the eardrum range, and it's broadcasting 24/7. And I, the controller, can change it when I want and make the person do what I want. Think about that power. Oh, it's a beautiful thing if you're in power and control. If you're not, it's a scary thing.
But who's in control of these phone companies? Is it Apple or the phone company itself that's embedding these signals, these frequencies?
What if I were to tell you that the major manufacturers of phones don't even know that it exists? What if I were to tell you that the major manufacturers of cell phones don't even know that their phones are broadcasting this, and that their phones that are broadcasting it can be controlled by an outside source? When I was in the Brotherhood, we are the ones who are moving the dial, controlling the masses, the cabal, that group of people, that small group of people that control the masses for their own purposes, which is a very long-term game, a long-term end game. We're not talking one generation, it's a multi-generational end game. But the problem is and today more than ever, today it's more than it was 50 years ago. And this is why I'm here. People's individual power, people's individual self-determinism, people's individual ability to create their own life is being suppressed more now than ever before in history.
So the question is, how do people protect themselves from weaponized sound manipulation and assault in real life? What do they do?
So a lot of people, always want to know, well, what do I do to protect myself? If I have no, if resistance is futile, if you turn on a machine over there and it's just going to make me crazy, what can I do to protect myself? Well, there's two aspects to this, remember. The first one is the ones you hear, the beeps and so forth. Most people have no awareness of all the sounds that are going on in their environment. It becomes complete, they don't hear it anymore. They don't hear the train going by. They don't hear the airplane going overhead. They don't hear the sirens going off. So number one is increase your level of awareness of what you're hearing. If you do that, now you're in control. You're not allowing it to have an effect on you because you actually hear it and you're processing it and you are either accepting it or rejecting it, but you're in control because you're aware of it. So that's number one. The stuff that you're not aware of, what do? If you increase your level of awareness as a being, if you increase that awareness of who you are, of who you really are as a being, then it loses its impact, because the one thing that the cabal does not want you to know is that you can be at cause over your environment. You do not have to be at effect. Knowledge is power, and we've heard that. But knowledge is power only if it's used. Think about that. You have to use the knowledge. I can explain to someone, this is how it is. And at the end of the day, most people say, he's full of shit.